She said, she'll take me anywhere, she'll take me anywhere, as long as she stays with me. She said, she'll take me anywhere, she'll take me anywhere, as long as I stay clean. Yes, yes, Molly's lips. Yes, yes, Molly's lips. Yes, yes, Molly's lips. Yes, yes, Molly's lips. Hey, me, Matt here. There's two things I kind of want to talk about. First things first, I wasn't going to make a video on it, or even mention it, but yeah, what the hell. Talk about Bill Goldberg. Saturday Night Main Event, by the way, was pretty good. And yes, Goldberg's retirement match was good. He was on Ariel Helwani, and he was saying, like, he was pretty pissed off. Basically due to the fact that everyone got in the ring. Gage, his former bodyguards from WCW. Shit, there was someone else. And they cut off his speech. And he was pissed off. But he goes, you know, they wouldn't do that to Cena, they wouldn't do that to Taker. And there's two things. I watched Simon Miller's video, and that's probably one of the reasons I didn't want to talk about it. It's because Simon had a good point. He's a good guy that has put his blood, sweat, and tears in the wrestling business for almost 30 years. Not quite. And this was his send-off, right? So two things could have happened. Either they probably showed his speech on Raw. I highly doubt that. Or it's on the internet, and I think it is, because Simon talked about the speech that he made. Listen, this wasn't a typical premium live event. Unfortunately, this was NBC, this was live TV, this was, I don't even know how long you're supposed to go for, but very, very rarely does an event go overtime. Now, I mean, should they have had Goldberg's speech? Because apparently it was pretty good. On TV, that would have been fine. You know, respectful. But at the same time, it's like Undertaker, unfortunately, had his retirement speech in front of nobody. Wasn't his fault. Wasn't the WWE's fault either, because it was the pandemic. But it is what it is. I think the fact that Mark Calloway can't wrestle no more, you know, you can't go back and change things. But, you know, also look at Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle didn't have a speech. He might have, I can't remember, on Raw. It's possible it hadn't happened. Also, you gotta look at the fact that I feel they could have kept it. Now, let's face facts. Bill is 58 years old. How long can he actually go for now? Counterpoint that, Sting was 63. And he had a good match and a good send-off. So there's really no real good argument here. But, yeah, speaking of respect, look at the whole thing with, now I did do a short, I believe, on the whole Black Sabbath retirement concert, the beginning, or back at the beginning, and Bradley Hall, watch him and subscribe to him. Mention this, which I never even thought about, because you had the live stream, but it was some clips were on YouTube, and then you had some clips that people recorded on their phone. So Bradley was talking about the concert, saying how Ozzy sounded suspiciously sounded very well for somebody battling Parkinson's and everything that he had. So he showed a clip of the live stream, then he showed a clip of somebody's phone. Completely different sounding. And it kind of pissed me off a little bit, because I feel like you have this whole thing with Motley Crue and Kiss that purposely did that, purposely added in sound effects to their show to make their voice better, I guess. I also think I talked about Aqua doing that. I'm not a big fan of it. If you're going to have people pay you a shit ton of money to watch your show, come over and watch your show, then you better sing. In fact, I believe Sebastian Bach said that if you're paying a whole lot of money, $1,000, $100 a ticket, probably not 1,000, then you better bring it. Now, obviously, this isn't Ozzy's fault, because whoever set it up, whoever set up the live stream, somehow perfected his voice to not make it sound like it was shaky or anything. And honestly, for your farewell tour, I would suggest it be raw for everyone. If anything, you should have auto-tuned Axl's voice. But anyways, it was a very good show. Again, it was in the name of hard rock and heavy metal, so it made a lot of sense. But anyways, yeah, there it is. Subscribe to Bradley Hall, subscribe to Simon Miller, and yeah, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
So you know that them cutting WCW was a long time coming. I don't think that's the case at all. If you look at some of his earlier interviews,